All right, and we are back at it again with another SOW Make and Model. This is the Tuesday edition Make and Model 9. And we have the Grand Prix continuing here tonight. It is Dallas Taylor versus Avery Edwards, and we had a pretty interesting round in round 3 where the House of Troubles made a bit of a comeback with a couple of big wins. Now we have to see if they can continue that momentum. Just earlier on High Gear, Bray Windham won yet another match, this time taking down fellow stablemate ZC Woods, putting him at 2-2 in the Onyx League. That gives Bray a solid chance at potentially advancing despite his poor early start, and if Dallas can beat the European Dragon, he will also have a solid chance at still advancing in the Emerald League. Of course, Avery is looking to nip that concept in the bud and get back on track because he wants to be in the finals as well. He wants that shot at the SOW World Heavyweight Championship, that guaranteed shot at Ryan Richardson. Right now, Avery is 1-2, and he is in desperate need to get that back to 2-2. If he wants a shot at advancing in the Emerald League. He's got Dallas set up in the corners, putting him up top. Was looking for some kind of suplex, but he got caught and hit with a huge diving knee drop from Dallas Taylor. Lifts him up and drops him backwards. That delayed vertical suplex that Dallas is so well known for. And now Dallas with a lifting side suplex. Avery fires off with a couple of European uppercuts into it, a step up enziguri, but Dallas not looking to stay down. Everybody in this tournament is obviously desperate to push forward and maintain their position or gain position if they aren't already ahead. And Dallas was just looking for that sweet dream, but Avery managed to slip away, catch him with a huge lariat. Spinebuster from Dallas Taylor, but Avery managed to slip the most of it, gets up, gets caught with a body slam, however. Dallas off the ropes, another knee drop. The European Dragon is not sitting down. Instead, he gets back up and back on the attack. Nice German suplex from Dallas Taylor, who goes for another deadlift German into the bridge, but does not get the 3. And there's a third German suplex. Dallas Taylor really slamming these in as he goes back up top, and it's a diving lariat. Avery's taking a good bit of damage here. This is looking good for Dallas Taylor. But Avery gets him up. Pump handle, power slam. That could be the end for Dallas. But Dallas manages to kick out, still alive here, and Make and Model. Catches him toe kick into a nice DDT. Doesn't go for the cover. And Avery slips by, Dallas unable to catch him. However, he does end up grabbing him into a series of backbreakers. Now it's Avery sending Dallas into the ropes, catches him and slams him down to the mat. Sends him back into the corner, this time with a back elbow, catches him with a super kick, and now he's winding up the Draco Smasher. This has put an end to many opponents in the past, that harsh forearm strike to the chin. But Dallas still in it. Goes for a shoulder tackle, gets caught, goes for a German and manages to land it. Both men are down. Dallas still feeling the after effects of that Draco Smasher. Nice neck breaker from the European Dragon, who now lifts up Dallas. And these two are going back and forth, blow for blow, here in Make Model. Dallas tried for a lariat, but Avery manages to tough through, hits a huge uppercut. And now Dallas swings over with a neck breaker into an immediate cover. But Avery still survives as Dallas slams him around and around and around. Drop kick to the back of the head, picks him up, goes around. Avery catches him, tosses him to the ropes. A Draco Hammer forearm smash. But once again, Dallas slips behind with a German. Comes off the ropes, kitchen sink. Now it's Avery sending Dallas into the ropes. Goes for that forearm, can't quite hit it. Goes for a power bomb. Dallas counters. Could we see the House of Troubles continue its streak here? As Dallas continues to fight through Avery Edwards' offense. But Avery with a tiger suplex sends him. Dallas is back up. Avery catches him, pump handle, power slam. Pulls him away from the ropes into a cover. He's hooked the legs, he's holding back the shoulders. But Dallas is not done yet. Backbreaker, body slam. Dallas is taking a little too long. He's feeling it from the crowd, but he needs to take advantage of the impact he's provided, the damage he's dealt. And he's looking to do just that now with the Boston Crab. The German suplexes have done a number on Avery's back, but Avery does not tap. Dallas slips around, goes for a schoolboy, but Avery catches the ropes. Dallas was just a little too close there to get that pin, and Avery tries for the power slam again. Now, this time, Dallas catches him away from the ropes, holding the arm down, but Avery manages to kick free. Picks him up, pump handle, power slam for the third time. 1, 2. That puts an end to the match. Avery is now 2-2 in the Grand Prix. We follow that up with another matchup here in the Grand Prix. This time it is Elijah Lee, who is 1-3, against Johnny King, who is currently 2-1, having lost in the last round to Bray Windham. Both of these men are looking for a bounce back. Johnny King looking to stay in the top rankings of the Onyx League. He's currently set at number 2 alongside Erren Payne, though Johnny has a tiebreaker over Erren that puts him above him. If Johnny manages to win this match, he will solidify himself in that number 2 position. But if he loses, he could drop below Erren should Erren win tonight. Arm trap suplex. Johnny is looking fierce here. In the early goings, he picks him up with a butterfly suplex and another punch for good measure. The bounty hunter is not playing games tonight. Elijah's starting a fight back, but Johnny King with a series of blows picks him up, tosses him into the corner, and a few more hits. Johnny King dominate here. Given this is SOW's second ever Summer Grand Prix and the 3rd Grand Prix overall, Johnny King is looking to make history in SOW by being the first outsider to win the Grand Prix. And he's been making a good case for it so far. A strong win over Erren Payne early on set the pace for Johnny to become a quick favorite in the Onyx League. Now we're getting a back and forth of just hard strikes. Johnny with that nice fist drop. Been using these fists, these hard close fist blows to keep Elijah Lee on the back foot for the majority of this match. Elijah, oh my God, Olympic slam already. Johnny King looking to put it away, but Elijah gets out just at the last second. And Erren with another huge blow. Sorry, Johnny with another huge blow. Sweeps around, German suplex. You can see the impact. Johnny King dominant in this match. Blow to the gut. And he's looking for another huge German. I mean, Elijah Lee is kind of in a bad way here. Wicked ways! Oh my God! Elijah almost took the fall there from the wicked ways. Johnny caught him, I mean, some would say out of nowhere. And now another Olympic slam, this time with a bit of a spin on it. But Elijah's still surviving. One's gotta wonder, Johnny dodging an enziguri attempt, one's gotta wonder just how much Elijah can take here, because Johnny has been delivering a vicious amount of offense. And a black hole slam as well, Jesus. Johnny King absolutely exploding every bit of offense in his repertoire here against Elijah Lee. He is looking to take it home and maintain that top, or I should say, second place position. And shoot, I mean, he could be fighting for the top place should Meiji be unable, or I guess I should say, if Meiji had been unable to win previously. Of course, Meiji did win his previous match on high gear over Dakari Oyet. And now Johnny locking in the ankle lock, the Olympic slams, the wicked ways, the German suplexes have not put it away to this point. Johnny is now starting to employ that ankle lock. Here we go, another big Olympic slam into the cover. But Elijah surviving once more. And Johnny, I mean, he's looking very frustrated. He tosses Elijah back to the outside. taking some more time to recover and keep himself in tip-top shape here. And now Elijah is on the outside looking to do the same. Meiji Kaito still undefeated here in the Summer Grand Prix, and still leading the Onyx League. Also currently undefeated is Ryan Richardson, as well as Kurata Hideaki, who go head-to-head in the main event of tonight's Make and Model. By the end of the night, there will only be one undefeated wrestler left in the Summer 2025 Grand Prix Emerald League. Elijah kicking out once again. Here we go. Jesus, I don't know how you can keep surviving these Olympic slams like this. Back to back to back, but Johnny isn't even going for the pin. He knows it's not over. Instead, picks him back up, drops him again, and Elijah rolls to the outside, looking for survival. But Johnny, I don't think he's concerned. He looks like he's ready and waiting. What are you gonna do next, Elijah? Because you know what? I'm just gonna drop you back on your neck and head again and again until you stay down. And Elijah fighting back, giving it everything he has. A drop toe hold, stomp to the leg. Johnny's back up, slips behind, goes for a backdrop, gets caught, elbow, uppercut, another uppercut, slips behind again, German suplex, and here comes the third, sends him overhead, drops him not on his back, not on his neck, but hard on the face, and he's not done. Another, and another triple German. And now these harsh punches. Elijah slips through with a stomp to the chest, goes for a cover. But I mean, yeah, I was gonna say Johnny has not taken much damage here in this match, as he lands another massive German to Elijah on the apron. And Johnny sends Elijah over the top, belly to belly. Elijah tosses him to the ropes, spins around, discus lariat. But he takes a harsh and fast-paced German suplex for his troubles. As now Johnny is dragging him away from the ropes, Elijah manages to get back up. Johnny catches him by the throat, punch to the gut. Picks him back up again, tosses him into the ropes. Pops him up with a European uppercut, catches the ankle, and he drops into a grapevine. And he was twisting at it so hard, Elijah had no choice. He had to tap. Johnny King is gonna maintain that second place position. It's gonna be up to Erren. And up next, Steve Levy is taking on another man who has been on a bit of a good, solid run after round one. The mysterious, enigmatic sin of greed, Beelzebub. It locks up with Steve Levy. Now, so far, Beelzebub has managed to defeat two pivotal opponents here in the Grand Prix Emerald League, having taken down Dallas Taylor, who, as we saw last round, is not a wrestler you should sniff at or you know, flick your nose at. In fact, he's a man who has defeated the man in the ring with Beelzebub, Steve Levy. Beelzebub also took down Damian Oxley. Now, don't let their Grand Prix records fool you. Despite the fact that both Steve Levy and Damian Oxley are 0-3, they are incredible competitors, and they've just been faced with, I mean, another suite of incredible competitors who have proven to be better. And this is actually a chance for Steve Levy to show that if he's able to beat Beelzebub, the man who defeated Dallas Taylor earlier on, and the man who's defeated Damian Oxley as well, that is a good position for Steve Levy to be in. I mean, not necessarily for the sake of maintaining his, you know, his status in the tournament. He's pretty much all out no matter what happens at this point. Provided Ryan wins his next match, I don't believe there is any opportunity for Steve Levy to finalize. However, in a matter of pride, it would be a big deal to show that he is not below Dallas Taylor or Beelzebub or any of the other competitors of the Grand Prix in terms of raw talent. But it is not going to be a small ask. Beelzebub has been showing out pretty well here in the tournament. And honestly, some people will have picked him as a potential dark horse. Some people believe Beelzebub could end up making it to the finals. And if he wins this match here, that would actually put him in a pretty strong position to do so. He'd be tied up with, well, at the very least, the loser of tonight's main event, who will be 3-1. Beelzebub would also be 3-1. That would potentially mean he could tie up with either Ryan or Caster. Or Kurata. Of course, it is also possible for him to tie up with Caster, as Caster has already gone to 3-1. Nice single leg kick there from Beelzebub. We're getting a series of shifting positions down on the mat as both competitors looked for control. Nice spinning back kick from Beelzebub to Steve Levy. And Beelzebub starting to look in control here, but Steve gets back up first. And one thing to note is Steve does have a significant size advantage, not just in height, but in the size of his arms. You can see the chest. It's clear which of these two hits the gym more often. Steve Levy has that classic wrestling build. Stocky, well maneuvered, but a nice sit-out power slam from Beelzebub, who goes up top and hits that diving 450 senton into a shooting star press. But Steve Levy is not done. Sends Beelzebub into the corner, shotgun drop kick, goes up top himself, and drops the leg from the top. Beelzebub responding with a back kick, pulls Steve away from the ropes, kicks out the arm from under him. And now Steve slips behind, chop to the back, goes for a German, gets caught. Oh my God! Beelzebub lifting Steve Levy up with that backdrop, dropping him right on the head. You could say he definitely picked up some notes from Death Panther. That vicious backdrop. Now both men forcing the other to run the ropes, but Steve locking him down with a spine buster into that hornet's nest. Beelzebub managing to slip free, sends Steve into the corner. Sets him up top. Steve fights back, but Beelzebub with a super kick picks Steve up, sends him to the other corner. He's not giving up yet. Sets him up top and dropping the double legs. Phoenix splash. That has been a signature for Beelzebub in these matches, but Steve Levy manages to kick out. Beelzebub, I can't see how his face looks, but I imagine he has to be frustrated as he goes back up top. Steve gets up, caught with a poison rana. Sent back to the center again. Beelzebub sets him up in the corner, but Steve counters off. Diving elbow drop. Both men are down. Beelzebub back up, but he's stunned. Catches Steve with a Russian leg sweep, pulls him from the corner. Means he must not be looking for a corner move. And now we're going back and forth in the first exchange of this match. Steve with a massive lariat stomp to the gut. And now, locking in the hornet's nest again. Beelzebub taps out. Steve Levy with his first win in the Grand Prix. And he has made a statement. And now we are ready for the fourth match of the night as the Death Game is taking on the Unbounded one, Wukon. Here we go. Starting with a very interesting technical lockup at the beginning here. Of course, Wukon going heavily for those chokes, neck holds. And Erren trying to hold it in. Keep Jay down, pin him down, stop him from breathing. That is a very important strategy against a man of Wukon's size. We've seen how difficult it is for Wukon to keep pace late into these big matches. He wants to end things early, but often he has found that difficult here in SOW. And Erren with a tornillo landing on his feet. Jay picks him up looking for the K-bomb, but in the end, Erren manages to fight his way out. And a kitchen sink to Wukon as Erren's now looking to take out the legs from under the big man. That's always a good strategy when you're against a heavier set opponent. They need that strong base in order to land any of their power moves. The more damage you do to the legs, the worse it is going to hurt your power bombs and any kind of move that requires you to stabilize yourself. You won't be able to hold the weight, and they'll slip out. Big senton drops onto the back, but Erren's quick to kick out. Jay is now calling for Erren to get up. Is he looking for an early finish? Erren responds with a kick to the chest. Actually, more to the stomach here. Now going low for the legs. And you can see the strategy of tiring Jay Wukon's already working. Oh, but Jay Wukon is not going to fall behind so easily. Off the ropes, big senton. He may be tiring out, but he's not weakened. And Erren slips behind on that vertical suplex attempt. Wasn't quite able to get it. Trips the legs, goes for a stomp to the chest. Sends Jay into the ropes, but Jay with a shoulder tackle to block it. Erren once again tripping out the legs, stomp to the chest. Now with a Frankensteiner whip off the ropes. Ooh, was looking for a running shooting star press, but Jay Wukon managing to get up and out of the way. Erren ends up catapulting the big man, using a bit of his own weight as a counterweight of sorts to lean back and pop him over. Impressive body slam there from Erren. Into a swing out neck breaker. Turns around into a leg drop. And again with a neck breaker. Erren is just laying in punishment here on Jay Wukon. Never giving Jay time to breathe, continually laying in the offense over and over. And here we see it, multiple leg drops with that flair that Erren is known for. Back kick. And now Erren sits him down, spins around, Anaconda Vice locked in. But Jay Wukon manages to slip free. However, you can see the toll it has taken. He is not in peak form now. And Erren is laying in these lariats. Goes for another body slam, but this time Jay Wukon dead weights him. And oh my God, K-bomb! Jay Wukon found it in him to land the big one, but Erren survives it. So butt into the spinning super kick. But Jay Wukon fires back with a massive back fist. Goes for a German, gets caught with an enziguri. You can see the effects of the German were taking their toll a little bit there on Erren. He wasn't able to respond quickly, got caught, tossed over the ropes. Jay Wukon managed to get the time he needed to breathe, but now Erren has him set up in the center, spins through, huge lariat. And Jay Wukon tells him to kiss the sky, picks him up, jackhammer. But Erren is still in it. Now he's sending Jay Wukon to the outside, and he's stalking. Tornillo again, landing on the feet, and immediately locks up the ankle. Jay kicks him off. Erren gets back in the ring. Jay quick to follow. And Jay Wukon with a pendulum backbreaker. Big chop into a kick, and now we're seeing a back and forth exchange here for the second time. And Wukon ends it with a spinning back fist. Huge back elbow. And he's calling Erren to get up. Looks to pick him up, catches him, dragon hammer. Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh my God! I thought the Dragon Hammer had done it. But Erren is still alive in this match. Body slam, goes up top, split-legged moonsault. And that's it. Erren Payne surviving Jay Wukon's offense long enough to run the gas out of the tank of the big man. It is main event time here on SOW Make Model 9. And man, is this a big deal in the Grand Prix. The Emerald League's top two, both tied at number 1. Both undefeated so far. The SOW World Heavyweight Champion, the Dragon Slayer, Ryan Richardson, the number 1 seed in the tournament, up against the Blazing Lion, a former JEPW, WWSL World Heavyweight and World Tag Team Champion, multi-time and longest reigning World Tag Team Champion for WWSL, as well as a Autumn World Tag 500 winner, Kurata Hideaki. A lot of accolades between the both of them. I mean, obviously we could also mention that Ryan is a former 4-time ROW World Heavyweight Champion. But as things are considered here in SOW, they are both undefeated in the Emerald League. And, I mean, Kurata was looking to put this match away early with that attempt at the Blazing Stamp. Ryan fighting off Kurata's attempts for early finishes as Kurata looks to go for either that setting the sun Phoenix suplex or a final power bomb. But Ryan fights both attempts off, and now these two are back and forth. As I was gonna say back to fighting, but man, Kurata attempts a new move, and Ryan fights off with counters. Now Kurata fighting back against the attempt at the Romero. Ryan goes with a knee breaker, picks him up, and Kurata once again fighting back. The back and forth exchanges here, I mean, in every respect, not just in the strike exchange, neither man can stay on top for more than an instant before the other has reversed and found their way forward. Ryan is going to look to change that with technical holds, but Kurata so quick with those strikes. And now a series of palm strikes to the face. And as he throws Ryan to the rope, you see Ryan comes off of the ropes with a knee to the gut and once again counters an attempt at either a power bomb or that Phoenix Plex, whatever it was Kurata was looking for. I mean, this is already worthy of being the main event just from the level of technical back and forth ability we have seen on display. For those watching at home, do not take a shot every time I say back and forth. You will be dead by the end of this show. I probably should have made that disclaimer earlier, but he's looking for the Blazing Stamp, and again Ryan slips free. Nice back kick from Kurata, who comes off the ropes with a double stomp to the chest. Ryan unable to counter those moves. And now Kurata, golden triangle kick to the chest. And hits him with the Demon Fang knee strike. That is a call out to his tag team partner, Judas Magnus, the God of Destiny, who is currently still shelved. We have a timeline on his return, but we cannot reveal it quite yet. Just say that it will be in the coming months. We are now seeing Kurata attempting to maintain control here with a back soul butt, and Ryan is looking for the opening, any opportunity to slip back through and take back control and maintain his lead. As the SOW World Heavyweight Champion, you want to finish your block undefeated if possible. You won't fight if you take a loss. You're not gonna whine or cry. That's what being champion means. But you want to prove that you are the greatest in the company by beating everyone else. And here we go. Kurata has weakened him enough to lift him up into the setting sun. But Ryan is not so weakened that he can't kick out. A series of strong kicks to Kurata. Ryan sends him to the ropes, comes off the ropes himself, but Kurata with a shoulder tackle blocks what may have been a jumping DDT attempt. And now Ryan sends him into the corner, setting him up top. And he gutches him with a top rope dragon suplex. The impact of that has to be devastating to both competitors. As you see Ryan still down on the ground, even after Kurata manages to recover. But he chops Kurata down, and now he is set up right where he wants to be. It's a burning lariat. Into the cover, 1, 2. But no, Kurata still alive in this. Ryan measures, it's a strong kick. Kurata is back up before Ryan can come off the ropes with that soccer ball kick that he is known for. Kurata looking again, catches the neck, drops him back, setting sun for the second time. That could do it, but no! Ryan kicks out. And now it's Kurata with a strong kick to the grounded Ryan Richardson. And we're going back and forth these middle kicks to the chest. Goes for a lariat, ducks under it. Kurata was taunting. Ryan thought he had taken advantage of that moment, but Kurata instead ducked under the lariat with a perfect matrix. But now Ryan getting in control with a series of kicks. And the final one to the chin. He's got the Romero, stretching out the limbs, really messing with the joints inside of Kurata Hideaki's limbs. And there's the soccer kick. Kurata gets up real quick and responds back, firing off with a series of kicks of his own. Picks Ryan up, sends him off the ropes, catches him, exploder. Kurata with the cover, 1, 2, no. But Kurata's not done, picks Ryan up, lifts him high, final power bomb! That could be no! Ryan is not done yet, and neither is Kurata. He saw Johnny King employ it earlier in the night, and now it's his turn. In his mind, the ankle lock. But Ryan kicks himself free, brings Kurata down to the mat. Lapel lock, Kurata taps! Ryan Richardson remains undefeated in the Emerald League. And we will see you guys on Thursday night for Ignition 49.